Wow, this lighting's not that good, is it? I really thought this lighting was going to be a lot better. It seems like there should be lights over here. Hmm. Apologies about the lighting. What up, Nickos? Oh wow, this doing this on the laptop. This text is really small. Garrick, what's up? Justin. Man, what happened to your bike? Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. I've been answering questions and I'm getting a lot of responses about my bike, but these videos are like 2 months old. Because I'm so far behind in editing, they're like really, really old. So I have a lot more knowledge about what's going on now than what it seems like in the videos, of course. And yeah, and the current state of the bike as well is much different than what's in the videos. So I wanted to try to come in here so I could explain to everybody because I keep typing it all out and it's like typing the same thing over and over and over again. So I thought we would chat about it, and if anybody had any questions, then I could answer it here, make it easier. What's up, everybody? Hello, Ken J, Ramil, and Kelly. Ogie, what's up? Joshua. Ah, we're talking about using the name Joshua for the baby. That's one of the names that's on the checklist. Oh, Jinky doesn't know that yet. I told her I'm about to do this though. Maybe she's in here. What's up, Andre? Andre, Jay, sir, going on, man? What's up, RJ Vlogs? I know it says more than that, but notice me. What up, Chris? Corey, what's going on? All right, it's going too fast. I can't keep up. Sorry, a shout out to everybody in here. But yeah, so on the subject of the bike, does anybody? I mean, shout outs to all of you. Sorry, it's hard to trying to keep up. But if anybody has anything they want to ask or anything, I'll try to find the comment. Like the new neon lights on the Rusi, sir. The neons I'm having a problem with, actually. You know how when you hit the brakes, it turns red? For some reason, it's turning yellow, and I can't get red to even light up on the remote. I don't know if it's a problem with the neons or if a wire got messed up. Raven's supposed to take it back to Randy's shop to have it looked at, but I don't think he's done it yet. But yeah, that option on the neons is pretty dope. One thing I did you don't see in these videos yet is I had them put a toggle switch to kill the neons altogether. Because it seems like every time I left the bike and came back, the neons were on, and I didn't want it to kill the battery. Also, with the whole bike lighting up every time you hit the brake, I don't know. Sometimes it's just too much. So I got a toggle switch to kill the neons completely sometimes. So your bike is now better. Oh, sorry, I missed that part. What's up, Kamote? Yeah, the bike's much better than it was in the videos where you see it now. What happened the first time was the machine shop incorrectly bored the hole. The machine shop bored the hole incorrectly. So the piston would go in and move, but then we figured out that if you turned the piston at all, it would get stuck. Like it wasn't a perfect circle. So after I brought it back this time and I left it there, uh, that's all you really see is that I left it there. So I wasn't really filming a lot at that point. He showed me that the piston broke because of the cylinder wall, but he didn't know why. He just seen a broken piston, so he ordered a new 70 millimeter piston. And uh, well, when we got the new piston, drilled all the dimples in it again, rebalanced it, got everything back together, that's when we found out the hole was incorrect. So instead, this is why we're on piston number 3. Instead of, we had to send the block off to be remachined and everything. And of course, the hole's bigger, so it's too big, a little too big for the piston now. But we already dimpled this piston and everything else. So he put that piston back in, and we probably should have known better than trying to use a piston that doesn't fit perfectly at that point, but you couldn't send it back. So I don't know. Try it out, and it didn't work out. So now, and by the way, all of my pistons have been forged pistons, but the last time I demanded that we get a brand name piston. Like the other ones were forged in aluminum and all that, but I wanted a brand name. So this time, I forget what the brand name is. It's months ago, but this time it does have a brand name piston in it. And he double checked the machine works, uh, the machine shops work, and everything should be good now. Raven has its uh, Raven has the bike. It's time to break it in, and we're gonna change the oil a lot and stuff like that. It's running much smoother now. It sounds way better now that the cams are a little bit broken in. It's not so loud on the camera and everything. You don't hear all that clanking like before. Buy a H2, not my type of bike. I'm not a fan of the H2 series. I would rather have the ZX10R Kawasaki if I went Kawasaki, but I'm a Suzuki fan. For anyone that follows, they probably know that. Have my bike been fixed already? Yeah, that video is like 2 months old. So I did get my bike back. It needs broken in more and ran through, changed the oil a few times, and then take it back to the shop to get everything adjusted and all that. One thing I don't like is that I don't have my Koso carburetor in it or a silencer. It has no silencer and it's way too freaking loud. The day before I left the Philippines, I got into it with the police and everything over having an open pipe and uh so yeah, I don't like that. I want my Koso carburetor. He said that the air intake hole is too small in my Koso, that it won't work because the engine needs more air input, and the silencer was too restrictive, so he took the silencer out. So after it gets broken in and we go through these tweaking and stuff, I'm taking the bike. I'm planning to take the bike back to Fido, get racing CDI programmable, and get Fido to put the Koso carb and silencer back in the bike. And I mean, there's got to be a way that those will work together. I guess with the racing CDI, it should be able to get the silencer back and the Koso carb back, because I don't want the other carbs. I like my Koso carb. Shout out to me. What's up, JC? Sorry, I have not been shouting out to everybody. I have not started looking for a bike in the States yet. I came back here and ran into a lot of money stuff. Like I bought a new Alienware computer, totally upgraded it, got the amplifier, a GTX 1080 video card, all that. So we've been spending like crazy, and I have some other things going on I have to pay for first. But pretty soon we'll start looking for a bike. It's just been hectic and a lot going on. What exact date did you go back to the U.S.? I don't even remember what the exact date was. Change your two brothers' pipe. Jinky likes my two brothers. I wanted an Orion. Uh, the total price at the shop, the quoted price was 15K. And every time I brought it back to the shop, he worked for like 3 weeks on the bike and he never charged me a penny more. He just wanted to get it right. But when I demanded that I want a name brand piston, I put in the extra money for that piston. Even the second piston, he paid for out of his money. So he was pretty much almost working for free by the time of putting all this time and, buying the extra parts and all that. But I demanded I want a name brand piston. That's it. Name brand only. So I put in the extra 3K or whatever, 4K. I don't know. It ended up being 18K. What do you think of the CB650F? I don't know that bike. I'm into sport bikes, if you know me. Like the CBR 500R, you'll see in my next video. My next video, I'm so far behind, is the Inside Racing event. And you'll see on that one, I really like the CBR 500R. It impressed me. And the Ninja 400 did the opposite of impressing me. It was a letdown. I was really hoping, it looks nice and everything, but it really let me down with the size. My Rusi is bigger than the Ninja 400, so I can't go that. Show the Eclipse. Yeah, I haven't shown the Eclipse yet. I swear I have not had that much time. I've just been trying to catch up on everything. plus working a full-time job at the same time, it's really I've been trying to edit during the day in between patients and stuff at my work, and then after work edit and then go to sleep. And it's been hard, but I'm trying. I think I have about 15 videos or so before I'm caught up. Maybe more than that now, because I actually took the camera out today. I went to Kentucky, Lexington. It picked up my son, and we went to a Chinese buffet, and we went to play laser tag and some different stuff, and I videoed all that too. Matthew Allen, shout out. So how's the bike now? Yeah, the bike is much, much better. For those who came to my meetup, that my say goodbye meetup at Jollibee the night before I flew back to America, they all got to see the bike and hear it and everything, and we went for a little ride. I think I'm still whew, maybe like 6, 7 videos until that part. I don't know. But the bike is much, much better now. But like I said, it needs broken in, and then we need to go through it a little bit more and tweak it and stuff. What happened to my Rusi? I bored it out way too much. I went too heavy into the upgrades. I think I knew I always wanted to upgrade it, but I might have went too far. I had it running like perfect before that. All the upgrades I did until the internals, the bike was perfect and smooth. I want to make a video on all the upgrades and everything, and my suggestion to anyone that has this bike. But honestly, I would stop at the point before getting it bored. I mean, it might turn out beast and be awesome after it's broken in and tuned and everything. But with the headache of going through it and how long it took and everything like that, I think I would have stopped before getting to that point. I think it ran perfect before that. I'm sure it's a hell of a lot more powerful now. I mean, if you just tap the throttle, the whole bike moves. I mean, those people at Jollibee saying that. My professional job, I'm a medical technician. Shout out to my homies and that's different. Moto vlog there. I'm Do you also moto vlog there? I need to buy a bike here. I was talking about that today, and I tried to go look at some shops today, but me and EJ had plans, and I just wanted to spend some time with EJ because he's been living at his mom for like 2 weeks, and I haven't seen him in like 2 weeks. So we just went and hung out and ate and everything. But I'm planning to go to a bunch of the shops in Lexington where EJ lives pretty soon. Have you add more cash? I only added more cash for the name brand piston. Other than that, he didn't tack on any more extras at all. He worked on the bike for weeks and weeks. Like this is the first time dropping it off. Then I picked it up again, brought it back, it's broke again. Like I just explained all that. And then I picked it up again. Like he did not charge anything extra. When am I coming back to the Philippines? That is a good question. And there's a lot of explaining and stuff with that. I am not sure. I'm planning to come back in July, but that would probably just be for maybe 2 to 3 weeks. Um, I'm not sure if I'm going to make that trip, but that's my plan. Jinky is due in November, so I want to make sure I'm back in October, and probably from October I'll pretty much stay in the Philippines. And that's another issue that's got me wondering about getting a bike here. Because if I buy a brand new bike and then I move to the Philippines and stay there, that's a lot of money to have a bike just sitting in the garage that who knows when it could ever be shipped over. So there's a lot going on. I'm trying to figure out what kind of bike to buy and, new or used. I don't really trust used bikes because in the US, I get on the bike, I'm going to be going, you know, 250 kilometers an hour and stuff. And on a used bike, I mean, you really trust your life with that? That's why I really like new bikes, but I'm not sure. What's your IG, brother? I have no idea, dude. EJ said he was going to help me fix that. I have one, but I have no idea how you find it. I don't know the name. EJ's supposed to help me. Sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna try to scroll up and just. I'm sorry, guys. If I miss your questions and stuff, I'm trying to get to it. Ship your Hayabusa. I don't have the Hayabusa anymore. That one's gone. That's another issue with buying a new bike because I'm really the number one bike on my list is another Hayabusa. But Suzuki is supposed to come out with a brand new Hayabusa, like a 1440cc turbocharged with a new design in a couple months. So it would really suck to buy one now and then they come out in a couple months with a whole new model. So that's another issue I'm having. Buy a CF Moto. I like the Moto Strada Virus 400 Virus. I'm into sport bikes. I'm not really into the naked bikes, but I do like the Virus one. No, I'm not. I mean, yes and no. I'm planning to buy an underbone bike, but it's not for my personal use. I'm planning to buy like a Raider 150, do a series fixing it up, and then give it away. So it's not really going to be something for me to ride around on. I'll probably ride it some, but it's not going to be something for me to ride around on for personal use. It's something to fix up, have some fun fixing it up and everything, and then we'll do a giveaway for it. So I plan to buy some underbone bikes, but not really for me exactly. I don't know what an XRM 1000cc is. Hi, Jinky. Is Jinky in the room? What happened to Diablo's piston? Yeah, the machine shop hole was done incorrectly and it caused the piston to get stuck and it broke the piston. Or not completely stuck, but yeah, it had friction and everything and it broke the piston because the hole was machined wrong. He showed that to me too when I came back with the new piston. Just buy a scooter. Probably get a scooter to give away too. Sorry. Planning to do a lot of bike giveaways. But not I mean not a whole bunch in a short time, but over time, we're planning to do bike builds and giveaways, like a series on different bike builds. Raider 150s There's a lot of people with that bike. Buy a 200cc KTM to give away? I don't know. That's kind of a little bit high priced. YouTube would have to take off and do really good for me to do that one. Buy a bike in Craigslist. See, I was thinking if I buy a used bike like a GSXR 750 or something, and if I moto vlog here in the US and fix up the bike and everything, it should probably be easy to sell the bike when I'm going to the States through YouTube. I would think. Maybe not, but if I buy a brand new bike, then yeah, I'm gonna go look at Ducatis. I'm not sure. I'm kind of up and down about Ducati because of their reliability issues, but that is one of the shops I'm gonna go check out because I like that. What is it 959 or something like that? The white one with the red rims. I'm gonna go check that out here. It's much, much, much cheaper here in the U.S. for one of those than it is in the Philippines. Where's Molly and EJ Joseph? EJ is at his mom's house in Lexington. He's a couple hours away from here. And Molly's in New York. She's really far from here. Will you buy your own bike? I don't understand what that means. You guys don't understand why Rusi's good? Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to mention in this. This is one of the main reasons I wanted to do this live stream right now. Is that, see, everyone's like, oh, it broke because it's a Rusi. Oh, it's China, this, that, the internals, blah, 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 metals. It doesn't matter what brand, bike, car, anything. When you go into heavy modifications, you run into issues. My Eclipse is a prime example. I still don't have that thing fully on the road. I have over 5,000 US dollars recently just in parts going around the engine to get it back into the car. And or when it was running, I mean, always running into things breaking when you hit the gas. You hit the gas hard in a car that's modified, you break stuff. We were breaking axles all the time. My mechanic that put the new engine in, because it's all bored out and everything. He's afraid it's going to break the transmission because the transmission's about the only thing stock in the car now. Transmission and axles. I mean, anytime you majorly modify anything, I don't care if it's a Kawasaki, a Yamaha, a Suzuki, Mitsubishi Eclipse, a Ferrari, anything. If you modify it heavily, you're going to run into issues. I mean, even if you don't break it, you're going to run into tuning issues and stuff like that before it's running perfectly smooth. I knew that before I got into this. I mean, I didn't expect to be breaking pistons and stuff, but shit happens. I had a car audio shop, and I know nothing goes smooth. It never happens. All right. Well, rarely. It rarely ever happens that things go the way you plan. You always have hiccups that you have to work around. So I was prepared for that. I knew that was a high probability of going through stuff like I'm going through right now. I'm just hoping that when it's finished, it can be close to as smooth as it was before I did all this, because my bike was like super smooth before this. At your face, why? What? By the 2018 Ninja 400. The Ninja 400 is the one I plan to get, but then I sat on it and everything, and I seen it next to my Rusi. My Rusi's a little bit too small for me. I'm 5'10", and yeah, the Rusi is a little bit small when I see pictures and stuff of me sitting on it. And the Ninja's smaller than my Rusi, so I don't think that would be the bike for me to buy. When I found that out, plus it's ugly from the viewpoint, like it's like a toilet bowl or something. Like when you look down at it, it's just plain and round. And moto vlogging, that's what you want to look at. I don't want to look at that. So bad design on the style points of the driver's perspective, and then it's smaller than my Rusi, so I don't want a bike smaller than my Rusi. GSXR series. See, I missed it. I gotta go down a little bit because right when I was trying to read that, it scrolled up. If everything goes well in the future, would you consider having a godly Hayabusa here in the Philippines and make all of the Pony Raiders? I plan to have a Hayabusa in the Philippines. Yes. I don't know, that's not my plan to have a Hayabusa in the Philippines as my next bike, but definitely at some point I will have a Hayabusa in the Philippines. How's my bike right now? It's in break-in mode. Raven, I think, has my bike right now. Raven's in charge of my bike. But Tonyo talked about taking my bike on a trip somewhere, and Brian talked about taking my bike on a trip somewhere. And it's all good with me. I told Raven it's up to him. Raven's in charge. So where my bike is right now, I don't know. I think it's in Raven's garage, but it could be somewhere else. I'm really not sure. You can buy an NMAX. Really enjoy the mods until it broke. So sad. Yeah, but it gets better. Don't worry. I mean, there's going to be a few more episodes of frustration and stuff, but like I said, I'm 2 months behind on editing, so it does get better. Hey, do you have a sister? Say my regards. I don't have a sister. And if she's watching, you're not my sister. That's a weird one to explain. But yeah. Busa in the Philippines traffic, not a good idea, brother. I will be living in the province though. I won't be living in Manila. Pretty soon, like most everyone knows, I will be opening up a moto cafe. So I will be living in the province once that's done. Ducati Monster, not for me, man. I like sport bikes. It's got to be a sport bike. 750 GSXR, all belly. I don't know, 759. 750 Gixxer is like one of the perfect bikes. That's the most underestimated bike. It can keep up with an R1, like a 1,000 liter bike. The 750 Gixxer can keep up with that, but it has the agility. You can flop it around just like a 600cc. So that's one of the best bikes, if you ask me. It's not a Kawasaki. They keep talking about it as if it's a Kawasaki, Jap bike. It's not. It's an Indian bike. Japanese bikes. Ninja 650, no way. Though I'm not into touring bikes, but This Ninja 636, that's a nice bike. Oh, I can't keep up. Sorry, it's hard to read these too. They're pretty small. And if I miss anybody's comments and everything, I apologize. But if I try to scroll down, especially on this little laptop, I'll be 30 minutes behind everyone else that's talking. Yamaha R25. I need something that's highway capable this time. Like that trip to Batanga City really opened my eyes because we could have took a highway straight there and been there so fast. But it took us all night and everything. Yeah, I need a bike that can go on the highway. Yeah, NK 400. Those are both like those are not sport bikes though. ZX6R 636. Yeah. See, that's the better Ninja. The 650 this 636 is faster than the 650, much faster. How was my bike? I don't know what you mean by that. I think it's doing pretty good. Raven said it's getting better and better, but he hasn't been riding it that much. It's mostly been sitting in his garage. Yeah, the CBR 500R in my next video, going to I just said what it was called. The Inside Bike Racing event. The CBR 500R was one that I didn't consider before because CBRs are usually small, but it's actually like the size of a 600. That one impressed me. The price is a bit high on it though. That's the problem with the 500R. Z1000, no thank you. I don't like those type of bikes. I like sport bikes. I don't even understand why you put 1,000 cc's on a bike like that. It doesn't make sense because you can't really take it that fast. It doesn't have shielding for the wind and stuff. So if you get on the highway, you're getting fully blasted with wind. R15, that's a bit too small. I need a 400 cc plus now. I didn't get to read that. Cafe Racer. I would get a Cafe Racer for fun, but it wouldn't be something I would ride a lot. But I do want to build a Cafe Racer. Yeah, the Baja Dominator 400. That is a feasible one. I mean, I could buy that just for trips. You know, if I want to go on the highway somewhere and take that bike, and then around town and everything, still use my Rusi. So that is a possibility to do something like that. 'Cause its price point is really nice. Most Filipinos don't like Rusi. No offense. I don't own the company, and I'm not going to be offended. But most people don't understand what the Rusi is. Rusi is a company in the Philippines that buys bikes from other companies, puts their name on it, and sells it. So you can't judge one Rusi off another Rusi because they're made by different companies. Rusi has really stepped their game up. Most of their bikes now are coming out from that are coming out now are made by Longines. And Longines is one of the top China companies that actually made BMW engines and was partnered with Kawasaki on stuff. And Rusi's Longines a legit company. So as long as it's made by Longines, then I would trust that bike. That's a good bike. So most Filipinos think Rusi makes their own bikes. They don't. And the older ones, they were getting real cheap stuff. Now the newer ones, much, much, much better quality. That is not weed. That is cigarettes. My Canadian friend's moto star with his brother-in-law. 160K pesos. Yes, Cyrus. That's a good price for a 400 cc. Aprilia RSV4. That's way too much money. I'm spending money like that. I don't think I like the Aprilias, but I think I would go with the Hayabusa before I would do that. Ninja H2. No way. Hayabusa. I wouldn't get a leader bike. There's too much power on a sport leader bike, a super bike. That's way too much power on a small little weighted bike. Like I'm okay with the Hayabusa, even though it has more CCs and all that stuff. It has more weight. You know, a 1,000 cc GSXR or something like that. Man, that's dangerous if you ask me. I don't want that. I'd rather have a 750 GSXR than any leader bike. I will never sell my Rusi. I love my Rusi. My Rusi is awesome. Yeah, I'm running into a little bit of problems right now because I overly did it on the modifications, which I'm sure will get fixed and sorted out. But my Rusi has been such a great bike. Such a great bike. It's shocked me. Like I really, or it way exceeded my expectations. I didn't expect it to be a good bike. I didn't expect to ride that much, but it's been a really good bike. And all my bikes before my Rusi were all Japanese bikes. I had a Honda CBR, 600 F4i. I had a Yamaha YZF 600, and I had the Hayabusa, and now the Rusi. Going to Ritos Highway. Yeah. But another problem you run into in the Philippines is the higher CCs you go up, the more heat that's going to come off the bike. So the 500R is probably a good stopping point. I don't know. I have to ride them and see how warm they get. I talked to someone that has a Ninja 400 and he said it has a lot of heat. So it's already hot enough in the Philippines. You don't need your bike to bake you. Rusi is the best ever since I'm a follower. My viewpoint change about Rusi. Yeah, it's actually a pretty legit build. All the mechanics that open it up are surprised with the internals and how well built it is. And when I got my Rusi, if you watch my videos, I did not take it easy. I did a hard break in. I beat the shit out of that bike, and it ran perfect until these last upgrades, which now it just needs broken in and tuned and everything. So it's got my respect. GSXR 750 or Ninja 636 or Yamaha 600 displacement category below 1000cc liter bike. Yeah, 750 GSXR is the go-to one for me. Ninjas just got in the Yamaha both. They just got a little bit too aggressive of seating positions. So they wouldn't be comfortable for long-term riding. And I plan to ride a lot. So GSXR's got more of an upright, but it's still a sport bike. It'll kill you on parts and price for a 400cc. Yeah, but your labor and everything in the Philippines is so cheap. Ducati's labor, they're freaking insane. I would not take my I don't know, maybe I would. I was gonna say I wouldn't take my Ducati to a Ducati dealership for maintenance, but I might if I paid that much for the bike. XSR 900. I don't know what that is, homie. Make a drag moped. Go Z1000, bro. No way. No way, dude. Gotta be a sport bike. ZX14. I don't like the ZX14. The ZX10R is nice, but I don't like the 14. It's too bulky and ugly. To me, it's ugly. I don't know. A lot of people think the Hayabusa is ugly. I think it's beautiful. What's wrong with the China bikes made by Lansing? Nothing's wrong with them. They're legit. If Lansing made it, it's pretty legit. Lansing's got my respect. You think I gained 18 plus pounds? I think I'm losing weight here in the States. I think I gained it before I left, though. Upright in sport positions, you need match for your intended use and passenger in mind. L2 equals sports bike. Yamaha L2. I don't know what an L2 is. Never heard of that. Fuck you, Raven. Everybody, you can ask Raven. Raven's in the room. So ask Raven how the Rusi's doing. Raven has the Rusi right now, the Diablo. I haven't heard from him in a while. Hey, Joseph, off the topic. Whoa, did that move fast? Sorry, dude. Breezy Rider in the house. I'm going to try to find that one that said, hey, Joseph, off topic, because I already started reading it. And Corey's in the room, too. And I hit the wrong button on my mouse thing. Ugh. Hey, Joseph, off the topic. What can you say about Filipinos and our speaking English skills, and is the best over Asia? You choose settling in the Philippines. Yeah, for sure, man. What can I say about Filipinos? Very, very friendly, very helpful, awesome people. I love the Philippines, and a number one reason is because of the people. So I don't see why anyone would go anywhere in Asia except the Philippines if they're English speaking, because you guys speak English good. And if you go to Japan, if you go to Thailand, if you go anywhere else, they don't speak English. So why would you want to go somewhere that doesn't speak your language? I don't know. When you have the Philippines as an option where they do speak it. So for me, it's going to always be the Philippines. Gago Breezy Rider. Lies. What's lies, Raven? Practice Tagalog. Better Ruser than Motorstar? I don't know. That Motorstar looks pretty sick. I kind of like that. And it looks sort of like an Aprilia, but better. So I think I'm going Motorstar. I'm not sure. It depends on the price. Like, I'm not sure what the 400cc Motorstar costs. I'm going to have to test ride them this time first before buying another one. But it's pretty much between the Motostar and the CBR 500R. And I know there's going to be a huge gap in price, so I'm not sure yet. Can you give me some insight to it? I don't know anything about the GSX-R 150, but I think the 250 looks dope. The 150 looks really small. So I guess it depends on your size. And the back seat on it's really small. So if you plan on having a rider, I would keep that in mind. But as far as it being a Suzuki Gixxer, then it's legit to me. What happened to my bike, Cyrus? Raven has my bike. Raven's in the room. Ask him. It seems like it's good now. Z1000 is best. Z1000 is a cruiser bike. It's not a sport bike. So I don't even know why they gave it 1000 cc's. Like I said earlier, it's not made in a shape to handle high speeds. So why would you have so much cc's to it? The 750 GSXR is actually faster than the Z1000. So, but of course, that's a sport bike. And again, in the Philippines, how often can you go over 200 kilometers an hour? So, does it really matter? I don't know. But 1000 just seems like it would put off way too much heat. If you're not using it fast and everything, it's too much heat. I know my Hayabusa, when I would stop at a stoplight, just stop, not sitting there, but I've been riding around, I just stop. You feel a cloud of heat come up off the bike. So that's one thing I'm going to try to avoid as much as I can. It's a bike that gets real hot. Ducati had plans to create a cafe racer to jump back into the hipster. Vlog a bike meetup in the US so we can see the bikes they ride there. I seen a lot of bikes today when I was riding around, when I was driving around Lexington. I have to get a bike first, but the culture is a little bit different in the US than it is in the Philippines. People aren't so friendly to just getting together with other people they don't know. But once I start moto vlogging in the US, I'll probably get more people around the US. Like right now, most of my subscribers are in the Philippines. So uh, doing a meetup in the US wouldn't make sense because I don't think hardly anyone at all would show up. So I think I had to get a bike, do some moto vlogs, get a little bit more popular around here, and then maybe I can do some meetup stuff. I still need to meet my friend Nate. My friend Nate in Louisville, a couple hours away from here, just bought the Honda Blackbird. So I need to ride that thing. That's the reason of the creation of the Hayabusa was to beat the Blackbird. I want to ride his. So much Englishing. I'm not graduation. Have you tried riding Corey Z200? I did ride it, and it surprised me with the power. I thought the power was pretty decent stock, and it being a 200cc. Um, it was a bit smaller, more aggressive stance, which I didn't really care for, and it was hard to shift gears. But other than that, I'm sure you could do something to get the gears to shift easier. Maybe it's just because it was brand new. I rode it like the day after he got it. So, I mean, it was pretty solid. It was pretty legit. But to me, the Rusi is more designed like a Suzuki where you're sitting upright more, which I like that better for comfort. But the Motostar, it surprised me with the power. I didn't think It had more power than I thought it was gonna have. R6 or R3. R3 is too small for the highway though. KTM RC390. I'm not really a KTM fan. I know it should be a big thing in the Philippines because Ayala's the one that's got the factory and brought it over. But it's like a tall, skinny. I like the frames. The frames look dope, but the front end of it, I think that was just a fail on KTM's part. It looks like it's from like the 1980s or something. I mean, it looks better in person than in pictures, but still, it just missed the mark for me. Also, KTM's like, what is that, Austrian or something? I don't know. Of course, my Glock's Austrian. I love my Glock, but what's your option about Honda Rebel 500? Again, I'm into sport bikes. I mean, Honda. I heard the best joke over ever that one of the moto vloggers in Canada said. He did a review on the Honda Rebel, and he said, "Want to hear a joke? Honda Rebel." And that's hilarious because a Honda is like the most least rebellious thing there is. So it's kind of funny that they called it a Honda Rebel, but I don't know much about the bike. When will I go back home? I'm hoping to do a visit in July. In October, I plan to move back. And move meaning stay. From then on, stay in the Philippines. I mean, sometimes still come to the US to visit, but it'll be short trips, just come here, visit my family, stuff like that, and go back to the Philippines. Because once I open up the cafe, I'm going to have to, be there. So I'll be able to take short vacations, but that's what it'll be. I'll pretty much be staying in the Philippines forever after that. Go back to Hayabusa. Yeah, dude, I love the Hayabusa. I would be looking at getting one right now if it weren't for a new model coming out this year in a few months that's supposed to be a total redesign. So I would hate myself if I bought a brand new one now and 2 months later they came out with a redesign. Is there a Filipino group of riders in the USA? I have no idea, dude. If there is, I would think it would be somewhere like California or something. There's a spot in California called Manila. The main road that it's on is Manila Avenue, I think, and it's like this Filipino community, and it has a Jollibee and stuff like that. Next time I go to California, I'll probably be going there. I don't know. I almost went last week, but I didn't end up going. Um, I'll definitely go to that area and check it out and show everybody. It's like how they have like Chinatown. It's like the Chinatown for the Philippines. How old am I now? Next week, yeah, next week in 7 days I will be 41. Old man. How do you take care of U.S. taxes each year? Actually, I haven't filed taxes, but actually, the government owes me money. I have not filed, but I've been paying in every year. And I know legally you have to file and this and that, but they owe me a lot of money, which I'm sure they would turn around and say I owe them money because of fines and everything for not filing. But I shouldn't even be talking about that right now. I'm going to talk. That's what I'm doing this trip. I'm getting everything straightened out. I have a lawyer working on stuff right now, and I'm working to get everything fixed so that I can just have smooth going everything, go back and forth and all that. So, yeah. How do I file taxes? I don't know. I have an attorney, or my friend has a tax guy as a client, and that guy usually does my taxes. Manila Way? Is it Manila Way? Are you sure about that? I thought it was Avenue or something like that. But maybe you'd probably know better than me. Ninja H2. No, sir. ZX10R. I would go for that one probably. Buy this. A scooter? You should be okay as long as you don't owe. No, they owe me a lot, dude. For real, a lot. Like I pay in all my taxes. Jinky is not a gold digger. I promise you that. She never asked for anything. How old am I now? Yeah, I answered that one. I'm turning 41 next week. Old man, old man. How much money do you get on vlogging? Almost nothing. I get about, if you're talking under 20K pesos a month, but I spend way more than that on the stuff I do in the vlogs. So, I mean, it's something when it goes into the bank, I'm happy for it to be there, but it's by far not livable or even sustainable to what I spend. Like right now, I just upgraded my computer so that I can edit better. So I got the new Alienware set up and a 1080 graphics card. I have probably 3,000 US dollars in my computer right now, my new computer, and I think that's about the same amount that I made off of YouTube in 1 year. Is just what I spent on my computer for editing videos. So, lies, you're 53. Heck you. I have not seen Deadpool 2 yet. EJ was telling me he went and seen it. I didn't even know it was out. So I need to go see that. At this point, what displacement is your bike? In the videos that you're seeing, it is 280 cc's. In the future videos that you will see and how you see it in Raven's channel, it is 285 cc's. Much, much smoother. A lot of the problems all sorted out and everything. Much better. Raven, how is the bike doing? Have you rode it? Raven peeled the stickers off my bike. I was like, it's like watching someone peel the skin off your baby. What the fuck? Motostar, what the fuck, bro? No, I want Motostrada. Motostrada is a different company. Buy a Mio. Yeah, maybe to fix up and give away, I might. We're gonna do bike giveaways when I open the cafe, so I may buy a Mio. Aerox 155. I'm gonna buy a bunch of different ones to fix up. So which ones first? I don't know. Maybe we'll do voting things on it or something. Ed, can you raffle out a Motostrada virus and gentlemen instead of underbones and scoots? A Motostrada virus, that's gonna be expensive to give away. Raffle off, that sounds more legitimate. Like that might be more of a possibility, but to give it away, I think that one's a little bit high priced. Unless it's the what CC is that? The 250 CC one. We might be able to do that one. Yeah, I could probably do that one, but doing the 400 CC, I think that's going to be a bit much for giveaways. Raffle of pink Diablo soon. Oh my god, pink Diablo! Did you paint my bike pink? Raven has full permission to do anything he wants to my bike. So if I come home and I don't like it, then I will just change it. But right now, the bike is in his possession. He has full permissions to do any types of modifications he wants to it. So hopefully he doesn't turn it pink. But if he does turn it pink, I'm just gonna change it when I get back. Test drive a Ducati. Can you test drive those? I don't know if you can. I need some fans in the US that'll let me ride their bikes. I was looking at my neighbor had his bike sitting outside. I'm like, I think it's a Ducati. I think it is. It's not a sport model though. I was thinking, damn, I wonder if he'd let me borrow that to go do a moto vlog. Of course, I don't have I do have a helmet, but I don't have a setup for the GoPro on it because I plan on buying a new helmet here. Because for me now on, it's carbon fiber helmets forever. So much lighter and more comfortable. Yes, I plan to buy another bike. I plan to buy a bike here to motovlog here in the US and to buy a 400 plus cc bike when I get back to the Philippines. Cafe Racer is not 400 cc's for Motostrada, not the one that I seen. I don't know. Virus 250 and 150s, I think they're class out. GP1 and GP2. Though they also have the Virus 400. That's the one I'm interested in. but I have to check it out first, more up close, and I'm not just gonna buy something this time. I want to feel them and know more of what I'm buying. Of course, I'm happy with the Rusi that I got, but this time I think I should, especially I'm spending more when I'm getting a 400cc, so I want to really dig into that more. Makina did a test drive on Ducati, I think. Yeah, but he has like 100,000 followers on Facebook. That's probably why he was able to get a Ninja 400. The Ninja 400 is too small. That was my go-to bike until I seen it in person. My Rusi is bigger than the Ninja 400, so that knocks that out of my choice. Tour us in your house. I can show you downstairs. I'm in the basement. Everyone's sleeping upstairs, but I'll show you. I'll show you down here a little bit. I'm plugged in the cords everywhere. So there's the lights. There's a couch behind me. Those doors go to the movie theater room. That area is a poker table and a bar. Uh, see if I can get turned around. We have a saltwater tank there. If you, sorry, this is not the best way to do this right now since I'm plugged in. I have like the internet cords plugged in and power cords. So, and that way is a game room. It has like slot machines and pool table and stuff, a couple of couches. There's a bedroom over there, a wine room. It's like tons of floor to ceiling across the whole wall of wines. And yeah, then you go upstairs and it's like a museum upstairs. I remember when Mariah's first time coming to the house. EJ's been here forever, like many times, but first time Mariah came to the house, she stopped dead and was like, "Molly, EJ, don't touch anything." It's like so hilarious. But yeah, it's like a museum upstairs. It's all formal. It's all formal. But just if you want a bike worth the budget, quality Kawasaki Baja touring bike in the Philippines. Yeah, well, the Baja is not a Kawasaki though. I don't know why I don't even know why they call it Kawasaki. Kawasaki distributes it, and I'm sure it gets a hell of a lot of sales for being called a Kawasaki, but it's an Indian-made bike distributed by Kawasaki. Not saying it's a bad bike, just saying it's not a Kawasaki. Try going back here in Angel City. We got a lot of sport bikes with big displacement. We got them in Manila too, if you know where to look, but I'm not, I don't know. I'm really not a big fan of used bikes. I guess if you have someone trustworthy go over it, it could be okay. But my friend bought a 750 Gixxer, and while I say I'm not a fan of this, I rode that bike to Louisville, and after this happened, even I went 185 miles per hour on that bike, almost the whole distance. Like, what is that? That's like 200 and what is it? 200. I think that's close to 280, 270, something like that kilometers per hour. But when he bought that bike, everything was supposed to be legit and everything. He hit the front brake and it locked. Like it didn't let go. It locked and flipped him. So ever since that, I'm like kind of like squirmish about used bikes. Buy a house and lot in the Philippines with a goat. Invite us to the house blessing. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna do the cafe. We're gonna have to build probably from scratch. So we're looking for land right now. And I think I may have found one, but I need to make a trip back to the Philippines if it's still available and go see it in person. I was supposed to see it before I left, but I didn't have my bike and there was just a lot going on, so I didn't get to go see it. But I think I found the spot. I'm not sure. I'm going to check into some other options as well. Is Jinky really pregnant? She is like pregnant now. Hold on, let me find a picture to show you. No wonder I don't. What, EJ? Why nice guys? EJ, I'm live streaming. Okay. Oh, Jenkins mad. She was watching the chat and heard me say October. I said July too. I don't know if you can see that. There's a baby bump right there from Jinky from today. So that's what she sent me. Yes, Jinky's definitely pregnant. She's throwing a fit right now about me saying October. I said October forever. Still plan to come in July. 300 kilometers per hour. Please do it here in Elo. Please. Jinky's in Elo right now, or close to Elo. Oh my gosh, you guys, stop blowing up my phone right now. Oh, that's Jinky. Crazy. Come into the room. If you're not here, I don't know if you're here. Come here to chat. My own 50 card. He was so nice. Hoping to see you and Corey do the North Loop at the 100 Face of Dare Challenge. I wanted to do that 1K ride thing, but it seems like they're ruining it. Well, they're ruining it in a way. Now they're making you take longer to do it. Before it was like a race to get it done in a certain time, and now they don't want you to do it fast. But I wanted to do that, but I went home before it was ready. But my bike's not ready for it anyway yet. Under Armour should buy you a new bike though. You don't like naked bikes? No, I'm not into naked bikes. They look okay and everything, but for me, I like sport bikes. E-bike is the best. What do you think about Sniper 150? They're expensive. I looked at that one. We were talking about doing that one as a giveaway. That's a pretty expensive bike. I didn't expect it to cost that much. Can you speak Tagalog? Say these if you can read. Nakabagbag? I don't know what nakabagbag is. I can speak Conte lang, but I don't know that word. That though it sounds familiar. Cruiser 200 NS is a good bike. I have no idea. I don't. Yeah, ask everyone in the chat room. You'd have to ask people that have the bike. 185 mile per hour equals 300 kilometers per hour. Okay, then I went 300 kilometers on a 750 GSXR because I went 185 on it. 185, 180. It might have been 180. Actually, yeah, it was 180. I didn't go 185. I just pushed it till I got to the mark of 180. But I was mainly driving 160 almost the whole way. 120 to 160, but I did push it up to 180. I did not see Deadpool 2 yet. No. EJ says it's better than the first one. RS 150. I don't know what that bike is, bro. Can you understand Bisaya? Not at all. I only know one word in Elo tongue. Oh, Jinky's being moody. Moody. I'm 12 and it's my starter bike. What's your starter bike, homie? Where's Jinky from? She is from Elo area. Somewhere out outside of Elo, but close to Elo. I don't know the name of the place. That's where she's at right now, but she's talking about going back Monday. Going back. JMax Ilocano? I have no idea. You should have just bought a 400cc bike, Rusi. Rusi is not a shit. Rusi doesn't make bikes, bro. You got to learn what's going on with the companies before you just make statements like this company's shit. Because just saying that in itself, Rusi is shit, means you don't know anything about the company because they don't make bikes, and it depends which company they got purchased the bikes from for how good they are. Chinky's moody because she's pregnant. Ah, because I didn't tell her that I might not be coming in July. I will be coming in July. I was talking about it today. I'm just probably only coming for 2 or 3 weeks, but then I'll be right back again. So I got to get everything prepared and ready to open this Moto Cafe, and she's got to understand that. Is Manila good for riding big bikes? I would say no. If it depends how wide the bike is, really, so how you can lane split and stuff. So yes and no. And how much the biggest thing I think is how much heat does the bike put off? Because it's hot in the Philippines, and I want to be stuck in traffic on something that's just like a oven door open where it's just pouring heat on you. Can you do a collab with other moto vloggers like J Mac? We did some videos together a little bit, but I'm planning to do a meet up and ride when I get back to the Philippines. You know who I'd like to collab with? I've been watching a moto blogger in the US called the Kleb. The Kleb? I think it's called Kleb. That dude is hilarious. He's so funny. But I seen on one of his moto vlogs that he went to Columbus, Ohio for a moto vloggers meetup. And I don't know if they'll be going back and doing that again or not. But I don't know what month it was. But if I'm here and I have a bike, I want to go to that because Columbus, Ohio is not far from me. It's only a couple hours away. So I would definitely, if there's a moto vlogger meetup in Columbus, Ohio, and I have a bike, I'm going to it. 3 a.m. Yes, sir. It's 3:05 a.m. Why am I still awake? I don't know. I went to Lexington. I slept in the car on the way back, and then we went to the casino, lost money, so we left there early, and now I'm here drinking Kickstart Mountain Dew Kickstarter. So I know Clib, Clib's funny. He is hilarious, dude. He just walks up and does stupid shit that I could see myself doing a lot of the stuff he does. Like there was a broom against the wall at a storefront, and he just walked up and grabbed the broom and swept off the chair and stuck the broom back. Like it made no sense at all, but he did it. And then he'll just talk to people with random sentences and stuff that makes no sense at all. I think he's a trip. He's fun to watch. By KTM Duke 390. Not for me, not for me. I like sport bikes. Why didn't I buy a 400cc bike? Because I bought my bike with the thought that I was only going to ride it once or twice a month for fun. And I didn't think the highway would be that big of a deal because I didn't plan on riding my bike often, which is one reason I chose the Rusi was just because I didn't plan on using it much. But that changed after I got it. Hey, Jimmy. Why do you like Rusi? Because my bike has been awesome. Well, one, it's designed off of the Suzuki, obviously. So it's got me on that, the comfort and everything of it. It's much more comfortable than any of the other bikes I've sat on and checked out. The build quality is nice on it. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, China bike and this and that." If you, every mechanic that's opened that bike up has been shocked at the build quality of it. It's comfortable, it rides good, it's priced good. I'm very happy with my choice in getting Rusi. And if it wasn't for the highway thing about being 400 cc's plus, I would get Rusi again. But it looks like their new bike coming out is only 300 cc's. So still doesn't make the mark for getting on the highway. Do a dual vlog with J Mac. We were supposed to, but we were never able to come together on getting that done. But we did do that moto meetup thing together, so there's that. It's kind of like a dual vlog with them, right? J Mac's live now on Facebook. What will be the baby's name? Jinky likes the name Sean. And what else was it? Joshua. There's different names we're trying to figure out, but we're not sure yet. Everything's a boy. Everyone thinks it's a boy. Jinky thinks it's a boy. Her doctors think it's a boy. But we need some ultrasounds we gotta wait a little bit longer and then we can find out what the sex is. Smithville, I'm from Toronto. Does the color and the design of the carbon fiber sticker may fade out when gasoline leaked on it? I've never had anything on mine. I don't know. I don't think we've really poured any gasoline on mine. We're usually pretty good about not dripping it on there. But I've seen nothing wrong with my stickers. How come I didn't just slap on a turbo? Turbo was in my plans, and the price of doing a turbo kind of pushed my plans away because at the point where we're getting to the thinking about doing the turbo, that's when I started thinking, I need a 400cc bike. So just the labor of putting a turbo on my bike was going to be like 150,000. So I think I'd rather spend that towards getting a 400cc bike than putting a turbo on the Rusi. The name should be Rusi Hammer. Elo here. Oh, that's cool, Martin. Jinky's in Elo right now. Hit one to name Rusi. I am not naming my child Rusi. I'm a bit late in the live stream. What's happening with the bike? Scroll back. No. Raven has the bike right now. I just wanted to address all the comments about everybody saying that it was like the bike's fault for the issues we're going through, because when you're upgrading anything, any brand of any bike or car, you're going to run into issues when you do this major of upgrades. So I just wanted to address that issue, but the bike's doing good as far as I know. Raven's got it. Wakanda Forever. I would think that would be Raven's new got a different name in here going. Is the Hayabusa better than the H2? I would say yes, but they're not really the same types of bikes. The H2 is a small little super bike, and the Hayabusa is, what do you call it? Hyper Sport? I think it's called a Hyper Sport. They're different types of bikes, but I like the Hayabusa way better than any of the H2 series. Giving away the Diablo? No way. I can't. Sorry, that bike's not an option to give away. I love that bike, and I'm keeping that bike. It will probably be a showpiece at my cafe. Elo is so great. From Elo. Shout out from Papanga. Does your Rusi have liquid cool? It is oil cooled. I plan on getting a bigger oil cooler. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not because my bike's not heating up. Even sitting there just running, it's not getting hot. So I don't think it needs a bigger oil cooler. I thought it would with the bore and everything, but it seems to be running pretty cool already. Upgrade your Rusi to 400. It cannot be bored to 350. I thought about doing that so then getting it re-registered so I could take it on the highway, but it doesn't. You can't bore it that high. H2R, yeah, I'm not a fan of the H2R. 3 million peso bike just to do, and it had trouble. Like Kawasaki had a team of professionals, a blocked off road, everything in perfect settings to get this bike to hit 400. I see people on YouTube 10 years ago with a Hayabusa with a few upgrades doing 400 on regular highways with no issue. They just slap a turbo on it. And I mean, I know it's harder than it sounds, but they put a turbo on it, you know, flash the computer or a power commander or something, and they're already doing 400 easy. So H2R, not impressive at all. Way too much money and just, yeah, not impressive to me. Busa the whale. Hey, I like the style of the Busa. A lot of people don't like it. I love the style of the Busa. I mean, just like the H2R, a lot of people love that bike, but for me, I just don't really like it, especially at the price point of it. It's just not impressive when your goal is to reach, you know, and then the price being so freaking high. Do you like the sound from the H2R supercharger? Yes, I love that sound. Okay, that I will admit. I love the sound of the H2 and H2R. There's so many bikes to choose from. Uh, Later, John. S1000RR, yeah, BMW. I'm not a fan of the one headlight being round, other headlight being all weird. Like, that completely ruined that bike. That would have been a nice bike if they didn't do that weird headlight design. At least to me, I don't like the headlight design on it. People love to see super bike. Yeah, especially in the Philippines. I seen tons of super bikes today. When I dropped EJ off like 2 blocks away, there was this parking lot full of Hayabusas and a bunch of bikes that were fixed up. Sorry I didn't have the camera running at the time and I was just driving by, but yeah, super bikes you see all the time in the US. They're just normal. But in the Philippines, you don't see it too often. It's cool. Shout out to Mon at X Gamers channel. Center. 650 IB is riding as H2 and it is lit. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bike for me. It's not an impressive bike to me for the price that they're selling it for. But if you're crazy enough to ride one like 650 IB or IB, he calls it 650 IB. If you're that crazy to ride one of those bikes, good for you. I'm not that crazy. I don't. That bike will kill you. Way too light for all that power. You just tap the throttle. Nobody can race it really. I mean, I see he's doing it, but usually most people I see on that bike trying to race it, the front tire's always going up. They have to let off the gas the whole time. How many bikes did I own? I had a Yamaha YZF 600. I had a CBR 600 F4i, and I had the Hayabusa, and now I have the Rusi. So 4 bikes total forever. Fan of Ducati. I love the style of it, and it's like Gucci. It's Italian, so that part, the name brand part. But I'm not a fan of the maintenance on it, the prices for maintenance, and how much they're known to break down. Like everyone keeps saying my cheap China bike and stuff like that. It's more reliable than a Ducati. From what I've heard from everyone loves Ducati, but my Rusi is more reliable than a Ducati. Like when we have our Rusi meetups and go for long rides and everything, we don't have a mechanic in a car following us. I talked to the owner of Orion. He has a Ducati. And he said when their Ducati group goes out and rides, they have a car follow behind them with a mechanic and parts because they're expecting someone to break down. That's how unreliable Ducati is. That's what throws me off from getting one. Other than that, they look sweet. I mean, right? Gucci, Versace, it's Italian, Dolce and Gabbana. It's the name you're paying for and all that. But the reliability, that's a hard part. There are many super bikes in the Philippines. Don't like Hayabusa. Why didn't you like Hayabusa? I do like Hayabusa in the Philippines. I don't like it for Manila traffic, I don't think you could lane split the hell out of that bike. You can't go in between cars and cut over lanes. That's for sure. So, and it's hot. It's really hot. I think the Hayabusa would be great for highway trips, great in the province, Marley Highway and stuff like that, but not in the city. Will I ever ride a moped even just for one vlog? Yeah, I would do it for a vlog. I wouldn't buy one to ride, but I would definitely ride one. Honda CBR 1000RR. I've not rode that bike. I don't know too much about it. I was impressed with the CBR 500R. That'll be in my next video that I put out. Rusi Gamma, I think it's a Gamma 200. I think that bike's made by Lansing. I'm not sure. If it's made by Lansing, it's probably legit, but I don't really know anything about that bike. Do I love mountain biking? I have never done that. It looks fun. It's a little bit extreme. I have some friends that do it, and they have like some real nice bikes, but I've never done it myself. Ninja 400 ABS. The problem with the Ninja 400 is it's smaller than my Rusi. Ducati is just a brand, bro. Yeah, selling brand, but it sucks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a brand. It's like having Versace or Gucci or stuff like that. If you want the name brand and the prestige, then that's all good. But it just doesn't. It's like, or I should have said it's like my Louis Vuittons, except they're not Italian. They're Paris. I have lots of Louis Vuitton shoes, but I don't wear any of them because they're the most uncomfortable shoes there are. If I go somewhere special, I'll wear them, but I suffer the whole time I'm wearing them because they're the most garbage shoes you can buy if you ask me. Even though they cost $1,000 for a pair of shoes or 800, they're super uncomfortable. My Gucci shoes are comfortable; those I can wear, but not the Louis Vuitton. Well, but my point being, Ducati, nice Italian name brand, all that, but is that what you want for an everydayer? Triumph, man, I looked that up, and that bike actually looks really nice. I think it's British though. I'm not sure about that. Like, if I'm spending that much money on a bike, I think I would want to go with a Japanese bike. But it did look nice. I have to give it to I. It did catch my eye for a little bit, and I'd like to see one in person and stuff. So, so I don't know a whole lot about it, but it is nice looking. Do you want to play Roblox? A dirt bike? I've never been on a dirt bike before. Too bad those leader bikes can't be unleashed, use their full potential here in the PH. Too much traffic, bumpy roads, and other road issues, not to mention some commodity riders and drivers. Yeah, man, the roads are an issue with that too. Like, we're on the highway, not highway, but it was like a highway road, a main road going to uh Bulacan, and we hit some holes in the road, and it sent Jinky flying off the bike. So roads are in obstacles. Like, you always go out in the province, and they have roadblocks with no lighting. You don't even see them till you're right up on them. So that stuff's scary. Am I planning to repaint my bike? I'm not sure. I was thinking, should I paint it or should I do another wrap? Or I'm planning to do something, but I'm not exactly sure what yet. I definitely want to do the rims. Bias says Yamaha and we ride. Buy SC Yamaha. Triumph is British, right? Oh man, there are so many Rusi dealerships in the Philippines. They're like everywhere. Or does it have to? Can I buy property? Or does it have to be in Jinky's name? My family, they're like family to me. They're friends. Um, Actually, the house I'm at now and the condo in the Philippines, they are Filipino. So buying the property is no issue. They will be the ones who buy the property. How about cars? What about cars? You can buy, yeah, you can buy cars in the Philippines if that's your question. I bought the motorcycle, no issue. I went in, paid cash, signed some papers, showed them my license and stuff, and was out. Why is my keyboard flashing colors? It shouldn't even be flashing colors. It should be lit up. That's my yeah. It's plugged in. Checking my battery. Um, Sound from the Triumph speeder, triple pop sound, so good. I have not heard the Triumph. No, I've never seen one in person. So if they have one around here, I'll check it out. But I don't know if they do. Do you miss the fish? Of course I do. What is your helmet? Right now, I don't have one. I'm thinking about getting a Joe Rocket carbon fiber helmet, but whatever helmet I get, it's going to be carbon fiber. But I've seen a carbon fiber helmet come out that has glasses built in, and I love that feature. The It's like I don't know if it's Bell. I think it's a Bell. It's like $1,000. It's like 50K. So I don't really want to spend that much on a helmet, and it's not the brand I want. Joe Rocket. I mean, that's really the brand I want, but I'm kind of debating because I want built-in sunglasses, and Joe Rocket doesn't have that. I paid 80K for my bike cash. The normal price is 90K, and Jinky did some good talking and got it down to 80K cash. Issue because you need to break it in carefully before you try to rev it high. Yeah, it's in break-in mode now. We're on piston number 3, but I guess the machine shop screwed up the hole. The piston was getting stuck a little bit, so uh, now that that's sorted out, hopefully it'll get broken good and we'll be done with all that. Suzuki 400cc sport bike. I don't know the 400cc Suzuki. 600, 750, 1000, and 1400. They have a 250 and a 150 as well. I don't play any of those games. EJ does, but I don't. So what will be the next bike I'll have? I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking probably my best option since I'm moving to the Philippines in what, 5 months for good is probably buy a used bike. So I need to start looking for that. I've looked around a little bit on Craigslist and stuff, but I can't really find anything. There's a bunch of shops in Lexington that have used bikes, so I may check those out. How much is the Hayabusa in the Philippines? It's like 920,000. So it's what is that? It's like 18 or 19,000 US dollars. In the US, I can buy it for 12,000, brand new. I mean, normal price is 15, but I can find 20 of them right now on cycletrader.com or whatever for 12K, brand new. R150, that's too small for me, buddy. That Suzuki's way too small for me. Import tax on bikes is crazy in the Philippines. Yeah, I think that's why the prices are so high there. And I'm guessing with Trump wanting to put taxes higher on things being imported in the U.S. for their fair trade, either the price of bikes and cars and everything's going to go up way up in America, just like in the Philippines, or probably what's going to happen is they're going to build dealerships in America and build them here. So we'll find out. Your bike is awesome, man. Thanks, man. I agree. I love my bike. What's the future of my channel? What do I expect? I don't know. What I plan is to do one moto vlog a week, one regular vlog a week, and one live stream a week. That's all set up in advance. Um, I wanted to catch up to everything before doing that, but it seems like that's not going to happen because I'm still like 15, 20 videos behind. So my plans for the future, just to keep it running, I was starting to lose faith in YouTube when they gave me a strike. but I challenged the strike and I won the strike, so I don't have a strike anymore. So hopefully things just keep getting better and growing and doing good. I'm not counting on YouTube as a main source of income. If it did become one, that would be awesome, but it's not expected. Um, the Moto Cafe that we're building, hopefully, I think YouTube has got enough people following that we can open that up and it'll be successful. Because what in a business, the hardest part is getting your clientele and everything when you open, right? You're supposed to expect a year of not having enough people there. But I think we'll get enough people right away because of YouTube. So grateful for that and hoping for the best. So you guys all got to come to the cafe, help support it so it doesn't close down. I've researched it, and if you want to buy Hayabusa in second hand, it's around 500K pesos. Really? $10,000? I don't know. For almost that price, I can buy one brand new here in the States. Um, I seen them when they were still selling for higher than that, but even that's 10,000 US dollars for a used bike. I'm not really into used bikes. I don't like putting my life in the hands of used bikes. I don't know. Of course, I'm thinking about getting one, but $10,000 on a used bike, that's a bit steep. If a dealer builds the bike in the Philippines, its taxes less. KTM has just started doing that. Yeah, Yella brought KTM over. They're being built in Laguna. Toyota builds cars in Lexington now. Larry, where you at, homie? I was just in Lexington. Toyota builds cars in Georgetown. I don't know if do they have something in Lexington now, but Georgetown's like 10 minutes from Lexington, so that's probably what you're talking about. I actually worked there. Not now, not anytime recent, but when I was like 18 or 19 years old, I actually worked at one of the factories for Toyota. Uh, our job was, when you ship off the cars, they have the stickers that the dealerships have to pull off. I was putting the stickers on the car. Just subscribe and wait for the updates. Best to come. Did I miss something that Chris said? I don't know. I'll surely come to your Moto Cafe when it opens. Thanks, man. Appreciate the support. We're like seriously talking about that a lot right now and trying to get it all set up and ready. So this time, I mean, it's gonna be hard with everything going on, especially with having the baby and all the different stuff. But I think I think we can get it going and have it open not too far from now, or at least start building it. And when I start building it, you guys will see all the videos on that. My next bike, I'm not sure yet. Love your motorcycle. Thanks, Alice. Hello, Avril. What bike would you buy now? It really depends on price and how they feel and everything else. I'm gonna be checking into that. If you're talking about in the Philippines, my eyes are mainly set on the Moto Strada 400cc Virus GXSS 150. More power, more torque. It fits you. It's too small though. I need a 400cc plus now. How do you get your cash there in the States? I work full time at a medical practice. My car, I will be doing a video showing my cars. Actually, the new car here, I've been doing car upgrades, but those videos are still a while away from being done. Um, but yeah, the Eclipse, that's my baby. I have a ton into that car. It's been sitting under a car cover for a long time, but I'll pull it out soon and show it and stuff. I need to work on that. When are you hoping to open the cafe? I'm hoping. That's so hard. I'm in Tennessee. My brother lives in KY. Cool, Larry. I lived in Lexington for almost 20 years. EJ's from Lexington. I'm hoping to open it as soon as possible. I don't really know. If it could be open before the year's over, that would be the main plan. This guy's a sports bike user. Get a 400cc inline four. Good for you. Yeah. Do they have any? I don't know. Four cylinder? Like even the like GSXR 600cc's, I don't think are four cylinder. The 750s, I think, is a four cylinder. What was I reading? Is it Kawasaki's coming out with a 250cc four cylinder? I think it's Kawasaki. What up, Batman in the house? I haven't been doing shout outs. Sorry, everybody. But I see Batman. I got to shout that out, right? 600. That's because of the jokes with EJ and stuff before when I was teasing EJ. But the look of your bike is cool. Thanks, man. I like the style of it. It was just applied badly, so the stickers have to go that are on it right now. What the new style will be, I'm really not sure. Hate my autocorrect. Me too, dude. Me too. How do you transfer cash without fees? I have a U.S. bank account, and I know which ATMs my card will work with, so I just take out the money from there. Of course, there's a $5 fee, but it's not that bad. I don't need to transfer like large amounts of money at one time. So, but if I do large amounts, we do it through Zoom. I think it's called Zoom. Make a video about my Rusi before and after upgrades. I plan to do a full review video and talk about the upgrades and all the stuff about it when I get back. I'm hoping to do that, but I want to get somebody to help me make that because I want to make a nice one, you know? So that is one of the videos I really want to make, probably more than any other video. No inline fours under 600cc. Check again, buddy. Take that YouTube search and search 250cc and four cylinder 250cc. Brand new Kawasaki 250, I think, is four cylinder. Yeah, you get fees. 600 is a pretty decent bike for beginners. I also started to ride on a 600 bike, Yamaha R6. Just learn all the basics, be patient. Yeah, I think if you're in the US or something like that, I wouldn't buy a 250cc or to learn on. That's just too small. You're going to learn how to ride it, sure, but then you're going to be out of a bike soon because you're going to outgrow it really fast. Now, the new 400s that are coming out, 500, stuff like that, they'd probably be okay too. But a 600 is not too big to learn on. It's not going to flip into a wheelie by accident or anything like that. You actually, I think, have to use the clutch or the brake or do different things to actually make it wheelie. So, not too big to learn on. This screen is, the words are like going like this on me now. It's hard to, they're all blurred. Are you the only one who can edit and upload videos, bro? Are you the only one who edit and upload your videos? Yes, I'm the only one that does my stuff. That's why the editing's bad and it's slow. I'm working full time now, so getting them out right now is kind of hard to do. And when I'm home, I don't have my big screen here to hook up to the laptop, and I cannot edit on the laptop. I tried at the airport. It's just a no go. I cannot do it on the laptop at all. What can I say about the Dominator 400? Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Um, I think it's super legit for the price. I mean, I don't think anything else comes near that price range for a 400cc. But I don't know a whole lot about the bikes. I know they were having some problems, but I think you can work through it for that price. Most new helmets have built-in pull-down sun visor. Yeah, I wish, but carbon fiber, that's very rare to find in a carbon fiber helmet. Though I did find one company that has it. I don't want a belt helmet. I want a Joe Rocket. I wish Joe Rocket would put sunglasses and their helmet. Is there an installment plan for Ducati? There is. Yes, there is. Are large size helmets hard to find here? Not at all. You can find them here or in the Philippines. So you missed the fish, huh? Why return there just to work? Where you can do that here plus the fish. Yeah, I'll be doing work there when I open up the cafe, but it's different. I have stuff I have to do here too. Plus, my main reason for coming back here was that EJ didn't want to stay in the Philippines. So I can't. I think that would be very horrible and selfish of me to make EJ stay in another country against his will. So of course I had to bring him back. Plus, I wanted to see my family and everything. And where I work, we actually own the company, so it's not an issue going back and forth between that stuff. So helps out the family and everything when I work. Patients need the tests that I do. So while I'm here, I'm gonna work. I don't know what the FZ10 is. Sorry. Is Jinky still pregnant? Yes, she is. Maybe I should bring it from the States. What you gonna bring, Steve? How come you moved back to the US? I did not move back to the US. I am here on a working vacation. See my family, bring EJ back, let him decide what he's going to do or not, whether he's going to come back with me or not. Maybe he just needed some time here to check. Right, so far he's happy, so I don't know, but he's staying with his mom right now. And yeah, this is a working vacation. I didn't move back. My home is in the Philippines. How's your modification on your Rusi? So far, so good. It's doing a lot better. It's gonna take some more videos. Like the next videos, you'll see me. I'll be complaining and bitching and everything. But trust me, it does get better. Have you looked at Showbra helmet? It has a built-in visor. I don't know what that word is, but is it carbon fiber? Because I'm not getting another helmet that's not carbon fiber. I need the lightweight because I broke my neck before, and the heavy helmets kill my neck. So I only want carbon fiber now on. Does EJ know how to drive a motorcycle? No, he does not. Check out the rental bike. I don't know of any rental bike companies. I would definitely rent a bike. If there's companies for that, I would do it. How do I edit my videos on app? I use Adobe Premiere Pro CC. Eagle Rider Sport Bike Rentals, Kentucky, Action Boulevard, Florence, Kentucky. What? I live by Florence, Kentucky. Hold on. I gotta stop the chat room on that one. Where's that at? Ah, I can't find it. See, the chat moves so fast. Hold on, guys, 1 second. I can remember what I read. Eagle Rider Sport Bike Rental.
Eagle Rider Motorcycle Rentals and Tours Cincinnati. Here you go.
Word? Rentals and tours. All right, yeah, we're gonna screen grab that, and I will definitely check that out. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm gonna motorcycle rentals. Jinkafish, Ayoko. People keep talking about. Oh, Jinky. Oh, Corey sending me pictures. Oh wow, that's the rentals that they're showing so far. That's not a sport bike. Touring. These are all Harleys and stuff so far. Big bikes like that. Come on. Dang, there's a lot of them. But so far, oh, now we're getting into some. I ain't never seen none like that, but like cafe racer types. Yeah, I'm gonna check. There we go. Reserve now. Honda CBR 300F. I didn't know they made a 300. VRF 800. Oh yeah, there we go. I'll rent that for sure. Thanks, man. I'm gonna check this out. Thank you. Maybe we can do different bike rentals instead of buying a bike. I don't know. Have you seen the Predator style helmet? They are lit. They have a built-in dark visor. Yeah, I've seen a group of people riding with that. That's pretty neat. Time in Kentucky is 3:43 a.m. Holy shit, I need to sleep. I'm not gonna get in shape. I worked out the other day. I know it don't look like it yet, but I just started again. I need to sleep so that I can grow. Rusi is ugly. Buy a Kawasaki Baj odometer 400. It's only 180. I think it's 160, but it's not a Kawasaki. Um, I don't know. To each their own. Everybody thinks different things about different stuff for looks. But to me, the Rusi looks better than the Dominator because the Rusi's a sport bike style, and the Dominator's like a cruiser. But the Dominator, I think, does look cool though. I'll give it that. See you next year in Manila. Are you going to Manila next year, Biker Billy? All right, guys. For real though, yeah. Um, Thanks everybody for being here. I've got to take off because it is almost 4 a.m. in the morning and I have to get some sleep. Last weekend I stayed up all weekend and it killed me trying to get up at 7 a.m. for work again. So yeah, I'm gonna stop this one here. I'm sorry for anyone's questions that I missed or didn't get to answer or anything. And yeah, see you next time. Oh, that's Alienware's not touchscreen. I'm used to my old computer.